Fellow Biafrans, men and women of goodwill, and of course the enemies of this restoration effort. This is a maiden broadcast of Biafra Human Rights and Freedom Radio, a platform that has been a child of circumstance owing to some monumental illegality and overreaching within the platform of the media that we have been using and within the family of IPOB. Before any advance, we will hand over the proceedings of this evening into the hands of the Most High God, the Almighty One, the Mighty One in battle, the author and finisher of our lives, He who created heaven and earth. We ask Him to come and take pride of place in our midst this evening, to continue to render powerless and impotent our enemies wherever they are, both within the Biafran families around the world and outside it. We ask you, the Most High God, to continue to incapacitate them wherever they are. They shall gather, they shall concoct all manner of lies, they shall continue to plot, but eventually their evil plot will turn against them. You know the hearts of all men, and we ask you, the Most High God, to move in your majestic power, in your mighty valor, to continue to set confusion into the camp of these enemies, that they shall continue to speak in hostile, antithetical, divergent languages among themselves until they fizzle away, because they have not come with clean hands, because they have come with lying lips. But in the fullness of time, the rest of humanity will know which one is true and which one is false. We maintain on this platform and in the wider Biafran families around the world that the Biafra Restoration Project is on course, and nobody, no group of people can stop it. And nobody, no man, no woman, no group of people can dictate for the people of Biafra the way they are going to live their lives and the way they're going to conduct themselves. The people of Biafra shall have stake in the affairs of their future. Nobody, no group of people can prescribe for them. We assert and rededicate ourselves to the defense of human rights, civil liberties, and fundamental freedom. Everybody is equal in Biafra, and we ask you, the Most High God, to continue to render impotent and powerless the forces of division, the forces of destruction, the forces of disunity. The people of Biafra must be one. Remove anybody, any group of people who are, of course, knowingly doing things that are going to set us back. But we are glad that you are the author and finisher of this project, and that at the appointed time, not that of man, Biafra shall be restored. Imbue us with strength, with courage, with determination to continue to dedicate ourselves to duty. On our part, we will continue to do what is necessary and needful, despite any intimidation, any lies, any blackmail, because in the end, we should be able to confidently say that we were all there when it all began. May this be a reality in our lifetime. We ask you to take glory, we take adoration, for you are the Almighty God. My name is Uche mefor. I am the deputy leader, the deputy director of Indigenous people of Biafra worldwide. It is not an appointed position. It was as of right and legally conferred as well. And at the appropriate time and at my own volition, I shall indeed relinquish it when and where necessary. But taking into account the level of desperation at this particular point in time, I want to make it abundantly clear that there has been monumental moves bordering on illegality by some individuals in IPOB who have been bringing shame on us to try to prove that they have the powers, that they are in position to do whatever they want to do, and on top of it, continue to tell lies, continue to blackmail, and continue to defame. We want to let them know that we are all the more energized, and that after dealing with us, they will understand that indeed there are still people who have conscience in Biafra. We rededicate ourselves to the Biafra Restoration Project. There has been a lot of misinformation going around for quite some days now that Uche mefor resigned his position, and then some people now came up and said that that position no longer exists. That is hallucination of the highest order. It shows you the demonstration of that desperation that we've been talking about. Question is, are we going for Biafra restoration, or are we pursuing something else? Uche mefor is a thorn in the flesh of those who do not have regard for rules, and shall continue to be so. The bastardization of our platform cannot be allowed. It is the responsibility of all men and women, right-thinking individuals and groups, to stand up and protect the heart of the Biafra Restoration Project. We are a people of faith. We are people of conscience. And every man, every woman must have every liberty and freedom of conscience, of association, and of worship. In recent times, there are some people who have started making unwarranted moves to silence a group of people. And we are telling them that it is not going to work, and that there are limits of elasticity for everyone and in anything. Everything that they have been saying, everything that they have been broadcasting online, on radio, and on videos, are all lies. These are orchestrated and well-hatched plots to defame, to blackmail. This is what we've been fighting for years. But they will tell you that it is not true. But evidence abound. the desperation to blackmail, the desperation to defame has been a culture within our midst. And I do not make means of my stance against it. Everybody within the Biafra restoration family must stand up against bullies and against those who do not have regard for rules. Some of them make rules and break it with impunity. Some of them ascribe to themselves divine rights of life and death, and to blackmail and to impugn they are the righteous ones, and you, the rest, are evildoers. But in the end, we shall know who is who. A lot of false allegations have been leveled against Uche mefor. Uche mefor is a devil. Uche mefor is a criminal. Uche mefor is this. Uche mefor is that. But in the end, we will know who exactly are causing the problems and the difficulties among our people. It does not matter how hard they try to concoct lies and to intimidate. I reaffirm that together with conscientious individuals and groups in our midst, that it is not tenable for us to go into armed struggle as we speak, because it endangers our lives. It is going to destroy our communities. If we are going to go into that, we need to be prepared. We pay homage to the memories of our gallant heroes and heroines, our brothers and sisters, and even our parents who have paid the ultimate price on our journey to this collective self-emancipation. And it is our commitment that we shall remain firm, we shall remain committed, we shall remain dedicated to the memories of theirs. And the only thing that can compensate for that ultimate price of theirs, the sacrifice that they have made, is to make sure that Biafra is restored on their behalf and in their honor. But it must not be anyhow, because freedom without justice and fairness will be like a storm in the middle of an ocean. The Biafra Restoration Project is anchored on the irreducible principle of human rights, defense of fundamental freedoms, and civil liberties. It is our duty, it is our responsibility to stand up to any group of people, anybody that go against this principle. Biafran society is an egalitarian one. We are people with diverse views and strong attachment to humanity. The principle of humanity will be at the center of everything we are doing. I'm not going to stay for a long time. I am here to reiterate the fact that I have not resigned my position as deputy leader of Indigenous people of Biafra. But I also reserve the right to act in any capacity, if I like. And the desperate pronouncement by some individuals, some subscribers, members of Indigenous people of Biafra, to disregard the rule of law, to disregard the legal implications of certain desperate actions that they have taken, has negative consequences if not handled very well. Let it be on record that no group of people have the right to call others saboteurs and traitors. But unfortunately, in our midst, it has become a language of everyday transaction. But we must be determined to stand up to the bullies, because it is a deviation from the cause for restoration of Biafra that we have dedicated ourselves to. Let no one deceive you. Let no one tell you otherwise, because we have our values and it must remain intact. My attention was drawn and has been drawn to the purported abolishment of the office of Deputy Leader of Indigenous People of Biafra. As of right, I am supposed to know about it. The reason that they gave was that I resigned, voluntarily resigned. The question is, can you provide the proof of my resignation? If I am going to resign, it has to be official, because there are also some legal requirements that has to be fulfilled. That have to be fulfilled here in United Kingdom. And so it is unacceptable. It is a monumental bundle of illegality that has been exhibited by some individuals, the hierarchy of IPOB leadership. It is very, very sad at this particular point in time. The resolution is null and void, and I have communicated to the appropriate channel to make sure that the right thing is done, because I have legal obligation and responsibility towards making sure that Indigenous people of Biafra as an entity in this United Kingdom is preserved and is being operated according to laid down rules and laws of the United Kingdom. That has been violated by those who are supposed to know better, because of desperation, because of inordinate ambition. But we're not going to allow that, and we are not going to allow ourselves to be distracted at this particular point in time. I have come to the inexorable conclusion to suspend Mr. Chike Edoziem and all others at the Directorate until further notice, owing to this monumental bundle of illegality. I have also communicated the notice of emergency meeting of Board of Directors of IPOB worldwide here in United Kingdom, where the actions and inactions of these people at the Directorate and other matters relating to our movement will be discussed extensively. It is a matter of law and rule, not politics, not sentiment. And so everybody must be very, very careful. As Mr. Edoziem rightly admitted in his memo, this is the second time Mr. Edoziem is writing a letter querying me. He is the head of Directorate. And I am the deputy director. I hope everybody is listening. The head of Directorate of State is querying the deputy leader, deputy director. This is being one of the fundamental problems that we have in IPOB. Abuse of process, and which I have said no to. The problem remains that the leadership of IPOB is in the know of all these things, and I allowed it. And I have said on occasion, if you sow insubordination, you will reap insubordination. We have rules. Those rules must be applied equitably and fairly across board. The rule cannot be bent for some people and then applied outwardly on other people. It brings injustice. That is the problem of our time. And like I was saying, as Mr. Edoziem admitted in his memo, I disagree with certain broadcasts of Mr. Nnamdi Kanu on radio, and I also disagree with certain assertions on radio that is either irrelevant or not in line with our aims and objectives, and or otherwise inaccurate. A case in point is whether Buhari is dead or alive, which is irrelevant to our quest for freedom or suffering of our people in Biafra land. Are we trying to exonerate Mr. Buhari as per Hitler example? Am I genocidist? Are we trying to dismiss him and give him another profile of what? There is absolutely no doubt, however, that Buhari or whoever that is in Aso Rock have been committing crime against humanity between October 2015 until date. But our focus should be on how to make him answer for these crimes that he has committed, rather than trying to make him a Nazi-style hero. Secondly, one of my sins, and of course which I stand against, is the use of positions in IPOB to victimize others, and total disregard to the command and control principle which has been bastardized. The second important thing I need to say here is that reactionary broadcasts could easily be misinterpreted. And it is important that we appear on radio with a well-written script, and I chose not to be part of any broadcast where threats are issued and so on. That is my sin, and that amounted to insubordination. My stance in this regard have saved the movement, Indigenous people of Biafra, on several occasions, as it gives a different picture to the global community. Additionally, the Biafra we are seeking to restore is going to be, without a shadow of doubt, a secular society. The people of Biafra are a people of faith, and their freedom of conscience, I repeat, and belief and of religion must be respected. Let me reaffirm my resolve, and of course a number of others, to stick to non-violent, non-partisan mission statement of IPOB worldwide. Any group of people, regardless of their positions, against our documented aims and objectives, is humbly advised to resign or form another organization for themselves, families, and cronies. I shall not be part of anything that will go against the law and the rules that establish this global family of Biafrans, and especially the One United Kingdom. I have a responsibility to the government as one of the directors. Without fear of contradiction, Mazi Edoziem, or Mr. Edoziem, and his and cohorts have, without any good cause, acted ultra-violence, and it is unacceptable that an appendage of directors is making decisions that affect the functions of one of the directors. I repeat that the restoration effort, the Biafra restoration effort, is on course, but we must not go into armed struggle as it is, because the massacre of our people in Obibo, Ebonyi, Enugu, Abia last month cannot be forgotten. If we do that at this particular point in time, we pay a very heavy price. It doesn't mean that we don't have the right to self-defense. We have the right to self-defense, and it has to be carried out according to the permissible provisions of the law. Our brothers and sisters and associates who are injured must be taken care of. We must not abandon them. A number of them are in serious pains and difficulties. We must not abandon them. Finally, I appeal to associates, members, supporters, and sympathizers globally to remain peaceful, law-abiding, and hopeful. On the other hand, I must have to repeat that in the last couple of weeks, the murderous Nigerian agent of destruction, our enemies, turned the gunfires and violence at our peace-loving people. The killings are still ongoing. Many are being kidnapped to unknown places to be killed. We must focus and must as such insist that the people of Biafra remain non-violent, at least in principle. We are determined to develop peace mechanism plan to dilute the conflagrated atmosphere in different parts of Biafra land, in Igbo land and other parts of Biafra land, by engaging in sustained consultation aimed at fostering a viral, egalitarian and united Biafran state. Nobody or group of people must be left behind. The people of Biafra must take ownership of what happens in Biafra land, economically, politically, socially, and otherwise. We must not alienate ourselves. We must engage with every stakeholder with a view to coming out with a more fruitful and enduring legacy of progress, of success, of victory, of collective self-emancipation that we are seeking. The people of Biafra must have a say in what happens to them in terms of their future, and more importantly, in control of their economic, socio-political affairs within the Biafran territory. Genuine political leaders in Biafra land who have the economic and political development of the entire territories in Biafra land must be encouraged and partnered with. Biafrans must participate in the democratic process in Biafra land, but not the tainted Nigerian national political process. We are talking about Biafra. Biafra land, Biafran territory. The area they call Southeast and then South-South, and some parts of Middle Belt. Our people must take their future into their hands. We must not alienate ourselves, neither are we going to alienate any other person. The ongoing campaign of terror and military siege on the entire Biafran territories remain unacceptable, and we demand that the Nigerian government withdraws her troops who are killing our people extrajudicially on a daily basis. We repeat that the only thing forward, the only forward and acceptable option is for the Nigerian government to recognize the right of Biafrans to exist. It is our collective responsibility to assert this right, the right to self-determination. We particularly urge the political leaders in Biafra land to intervene and be more proactive and join in the crusade for the liberation and freedom of our people, and make sure that the Nigerian federal government ends this culture of impunity, genocide, and crimes against humanity. We must stand up to them jointly and collectively. You have a duty. We have a duty to ourselves and to generations to come, and posterity, I must say. We must appreciate the fact that the world has since changed dramatically in the area of crisis management and the way state actors intervene. We remind the rampaging armed forces of the Nigerian state and her enablers that all those who committed universal crimes of torture, genocide, crime against humanity, premeditated murders, rape against our people will be held accountable. In the United Kingdom, by way of extended jurisdiction or international criminal court, the unjust terrorist tag on Indigenous people of Biafra IPOB is not a good excuse or a good alibi, or otherwise a defense in both local and international law. All those who have participated in maiming and killing and torturing and illegally and extrajudicially incarcerated the young Biafran youth, especially those that belong to the IPOB stock, will not go scot-free. The world is now a global village, and we are going to explore all legitimate means necessary to bring them to book. The so-called governors and all those aiding and abetting crime against humanity must not be spared. They must be brought before the provisions of the existing law in the areas where they are. And of course, as the case may be, as it engages the International Criminal Court. A lot of atrocities have been committed, a lot of crimes against humanity have been committed, and people, or the criminals at the center of the soul, are being exonerated. It is our collective responsibility to stand up to these people and to demand justice. Every effort we are making any other place must be directed towards Biafra land. Our land must be good, our land must be civil, there must be both economic and political development. Every of our agitation must be focused primarily on what is happening in Biafra land, and especially the monumental injustice being directed against innocent people. We must hold our political leaders, those in government, to account. And we must guard our democratic credentials jealously and protect it proudly too. This is our stance. And this is what we should be doing going forward. I will now turn to the ridiculous memo released by a bunch of individuals who say that they are members of the Directorate of State. I will not touch on all of them, but the most important aspect. The indigenous people of Biafra the global family of indigenous people of Biafra, ably led by Nazi Nnamdi Kanu, is a movement founded with sole objective to restore the lost sovereignty of the Biafran nation and the dignity of our people. Of course, we are all in agreement. We are in concurrence with this. That is the objective. That is one of the objectives, one of the cardinal objectives. This family is one whose foundation is built upon very solid fundamental principles that has made it impossible for enemies and detractors both within and without to cause any disaffection capable of fracturing the family. The Directorate of State being the highest administrative institution, of course, an advisory body of the indigenous people of Biafra, which to state as follows. I am reading the memo for avoidance of doubt, and this is for purposes of making one or two comments. The indigenous people of Biafra wish to state as follows: that the indigenous people of Biafra worldwide family is under one central command and one leader in the person of Nazi Nnamdi Kanu. Of course, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra is Nazi Nnamdi Kanu. Our command and control mechanism is the irreducible fundamental principle upon which the discipline and cohesion of our movement rests. But sadly, I have to say that the people writing this are the problem. They have bastardized the principle of command and control. For instance, this letter in question is signed by the head of Directorate of State, who under normal circumstance is under me if we are following command and control. And this is what has been going on for a while. Anybody, wherever they come, Uche mefor this, Uche mefor that, Uche mefor this, Uche mefor that. At some point, I was told that, I know you like this deputy. Let us be calling you deputy so that it will make you happy. Sad. But they cannot kill or humiliate he whom his God has not. I repeat that the principle of command and control that is being mounted here has been bastardized by those who actually are pronouncing this for avoidance of doubt. That is one of my contentions. So everything being written outside, they broadcast on radio, they broadcast on video, they broadcast on TV. Uche mefor, Uche mefor, Uche mefor. As you were doing it, I was doing press up for avoidance of doubt. So be it known to you that either directly or indirectly, your monumental, unacceptable, illegal action has some consequences. Because the law of nature just flows like that. It cannot stop it. Why am I dwelling on this? I'm dwelling on it because it has been this memo has been circulated on Twitter, on social media platforms, with a number of recruited individuals saying all manner of things to give the impression that, oh, indigenous people of Biafra family members are unanimous in condemning Uche mefor. I don't care whether you are interested or not, but I have to do what is necessary to make comments and debunk some of the lies and hypocritical grandstanding of some individuals. You embarked on defamation, on blackmail. You've called me all manner of names. I accept it. But after that, what next? Our movement attaches the greatest importance to discipline. But you are not disciplined. You are not disciplined, because if you are disciplined, even if somebody advised you to do what you just did now, you would have advised the person otherwise, or the group of people otherwise. You cannot be talking about discipline when you are indisciplined, when you have applied yourself to being undisciplined. Therefore, insubordination in any guise or form constitutes the highest act of indiscipline, and irrespective of the position one may occupy, grave consequences follow any act of insubordination, including you that have been at the forefront of bastardizing that principle. Mazi Edoziem was relieved of his position as IPOB North America rep for gross acts of insubordination. He convened a meeting in total contravention of IPOB Code of Conduct. The question is, what is the IPOB Code of Conduct? What is that Code of Conduct? Can people see it and see what is and see its content? Where does it come from? Nazi Mefor, in a Zoom meeting he convened on Sunday the 22nd of November 2020, made some allegations against the leadership of Indigenous people of Biafra and went as far as calling our leader a liar. I maintain that the Directorate of State is not fit for purpose. I maintain that. And that is a fact. And I can prove it. And people know. You need to do something. Nazi Mefor confidently forgot or refused to tell those he called for the Zoom meeting of the genesis of his problem with the DOS, and by extension, our leader. The genesis of the problem has been gross disrespect for the principle of command and control, that most of you undermine my position, and it is allowed by the leader. That is why I am not happy. In a nutshell, if you want to go into details, write another memo. The assertion that I call the leader of Indigenous people of Biafra a liar is in contest, but a lot of people, including the purveyors of this infamous memo, have gone out of their way to tell the whole world that I call the leader of Indigenous people of Biafra a liar in everything he's saying. That is not true. What I said was that there was a broadcast that he made, and in making that broadcast, he knew that the Radio Biafra app was not sold. It wasn't sold. The zoo did not take it over, because even before he went on broadcast, he talked with me. So why would you go out there and begin to tell people that Radio Biafra app was sold, Radio Biafra app was taken over by the zoo, and the person in charge of the app is this or that? That is a lie against me. And as he was saying it, people were sending me messages, writing all manner of things. Which mefor, we know you, we know you are a saboteur, you are a traitor, you are this. This is something instilled, indoctrinated in the people to be saying, blackmail cannot take us anywhere. If Uche mefor is a saboteur in Biafra Resolution project, it then means what we are doing, there is no truth in it. I have not minced words about it. If Uche mefor, any right-thinking human being, without any evidence, can say that Uche mefor is a saboteur in Biafra Resolution project, that person is not telling him or herself or themselves the truth. Some have gone as far as saying, oh, he's working with politicians, Nigerian politicians. All these things are things I'm very, very angry with. And I want that to be probed. Let us know those who are in touch with politicians and those who are not. All of a sudden, a group of people will gang up and begin to blackmail. It does not help. A number of people are suffering. That is what I stand against. Nazi mefor was instructed by our leader to be attending his unit meetings in London and pay his monthly dues as everyone else does. But no, he disobeyed this simple instruction from his leader with the excuse that he is the deputy leader and will neither attend unit meetings or pay monthly dues because he is entitled to the same privilege accruing to Nazi Nnamdi Kanu as the deputy, as the leader of IPOB worldwide. This is a half-truth. This is a half-truth. And I have to say something here. In the past, I have attended family meetings here in London. People made complaint to the leader of the Indigenous people of Biafra, and he said on occasions, Uche, I don't want you to be going to family meetings. I don't want you to go there. Leave the coordinators to carry out their affairs. I don't want you to go to family meetings. Even they went ahead to remove me from all the forum or fora that I was in. If you people want us to talk, we'll talk. I'm responding to this memo. So when he told me, and that was a few months ago, that I should go and register with a family unit. And be attending meetings there. And the question I ask is, what has now changed? What happened? Before I was banned from attending meetings. It's on record. So why am I now being told to go to meetings? If it is monthly, I have no issue. But why am I being told to go to family meetings that I was banned from going before? That is the truth about it. When he, mefor, suspended the UK National Coordinator, which he had no rights to without prior authorization from our leader, and wanted the hard-working officer to be expelled from IPOB, our leader rejected. Now, this is the hypocrisy of the whole thing. Coordinators are the zonal, are the states, are the regional or senatorial or national levels. Do discipline principal officers. Some of them remove without asking questions and hinge it on insubordination. Nobody questions them. Nobody questions them. But everything Uche mefor does in this global family, it will be questioned, including the leader of, the head of directorate sending query to me, querying me. One day, coordinators will write you people letters and query you people. Then you will understand what that means. I have told you people that if you sow insubordination, you will reap insubordination. The UK National Coordinator at the time of his suspension was disobeying the leader of Indigenous people of Biafra, disobeying what I also was assigned to tell him to do. And he was being protected. And that is an example of what I am saying, that you don't make a rule and break it. You don't make a rule and apply it differently to different people. It has to be the same across board. If any principal officer errs, that person is always disciplined. Why is the UK National Coordinator different? Or is it because there is this impression that Uche mefor cannot do anything until he takes permission? How about the head of Directorate of State are downwards, that discipline, remove even principal officers? None of them have regard for me. But the leadership entertains it. So, if you don't keep or obey the law that we made, and you violate it with impunity, and you apply it with sentiment, what makes you and all of you think that I will keep quiet forever? Because there are a lot of instances. It's unfortunate that you people are bringing this in outside, but I have to respond to it because that is an aspect of blackmail and campaign of calumny. But all of you must know that everybody has right to respond. To allegations made publicly, and a damaging one for this matter, because there's no truth in it. You people are saying people are dying and all that, but you are here making things even worse. I need to respond to false allegation against me for the record purpose, or for record purposes. I suspended the UK National Coordinator because he is and has been one of those with a number of people in the directorate that undermine me, and my superior allowed them to be doing so. It was a deliberate act and conduct which cannot be condoned. That is the reason. I never intervened in the workings of the UK National Coordinator. I suspended him, and in the suspension letter I made reference to the fact that the only person that can reverse this is the leader of Indigenous people of Biafra, and I never wanted him to be removed from IPOB. It was the idea of my superior not me, or idea of some people who are thinking otherwise. I believe in rules, and when those rules are not followed, and I observe my own part, and other people are not doing the same, time will come when I will react. And that is the situation. The UK National Coordinator was disobeying the leader and myself. If you want details, evidence abound. So why is Uche mefor suspending the National Coordinator a problem? But Mr. Edoziem signed this letter. It's not even from the leader of Indigenous people of Biafra. It's from Mr. Edoziem, Nazi Edoziem. Ridiculous. In flagrant disregard and disobedience to our leader's directive to allow UK National Coordinator to do his work, it is very unfortunate that you have not remembered the flagrant violation and disobedience to the leader and deputy leader by the UK National Coordinator. You are omitting it because evidence abounds. Mefor vindictively wrote to the British Home Office with the objective to ruin and nullify every asylum chance of IPOB asylum seekers in the UK. If I did this, may the Most High God take. If I did wrote the UK border and immigration a letter with the intention of stopping IPOB family members from claiming asylum, may the Most High God remove my life. But if it is the other way, may he be the judge. They have been saying to you, Uche mefor wrote this. This man is wicked. This man is this. Uche mefor claimed asylum and IPOB gave him asylum. I did not claim asylum under IPOB. I got my leave to remain in the United Kingdom as far back as 2007. 5 years, if not 6 years, before IPOB was formed. And as a matter of fact, I was instrumental to the registration of IPOB here. I don't want to talk too much on this. So that is one of the false narratives that they are propagating. Uche mefor IPOB gave you paper. IPOB did this. No, IPOB did not. Under normal circumstances, if ever we're going to even talk about it, it was during Masop time and Biafra Liberation League here in the United Kingdom that I applied for protection. Most of you don't know this. And after that, you people were carrying all manner of campaigns. Oh, he doesn't have paper. Oh, he doesn't have paper. And all that. I mean, the malicious campaign of calumny was too much. I was just laughing at all of you. I am one of the founding members of IPOB, and as a matter of fact, I was instrumental to the suggestion that we answer IPOB, Indigenous people of Biafra. I give credit. Let me say this. Barrister Emeka Siri was the person that used Indigenous people of Biafra in law court. Sentiment apart, However, the phrase indigenous people has been there for a long time. We have indigenous people of Hong Kong, Australia, and all that. But he added Biafra to it. And in one of the meetings that we were having under the Human Rights Initiative, I suggested to them that instead of using the Human Rights Initiative, we should use indigenous people of Biafra or people of Biafra. There is evidence as to this. So when we parted ways with the Human Rights Initiative, it was only me and Nazi Nnamdi Kanu that was remaining. That suggestion I made came handy. And we registered indigenous people of Biafra. From UK, it started spreading all over. I don't understand why people are so desperate, why people are so wicked. I don't like talking. So today you decided to remove the founding director of indigenous people of Biafra worldwide and publicize it, and even went ahead to close an office that is attached to it. That is monumental error on your side. Because as we speak today, the UK government here still holds me responsible as to what happens to indigenous people of Biafra as a registered entity here. The same to Nazi Nnamdi Kanu. So it is incomprehensible that you people can just sit down in desperation and think that you can just all of a sudden remove Uche mefor and all that. If you remove Uche mefor, what happens to the administrative and legal responsibility attached to it? This position is a natural one. The day I want to resign, I will resign. There was no other person there when indigenous people of Biafra was registered. It was only me and Nazi Nnamdi Kanu. And I told him, go, you are a leader. And he said, you will deputize me. And on each occasion, because everybody deserted because of one or two problems. And I kept telling him, let's go, let's move. We must move, we must go. This is a task that must be accomplished. He will ask him, Uche, are you sure? I said yes. That is how it is. I don't want to say much because evidence are bound. Then it is hypocritical for some people to begin to, a lot of things are happening. Some of them say, oh, you are appointed. He just pick you on the way and all that. My goodness, it is not my fault, for goodness sake. This was a natural occurrence. But I don't have lifetime attachment to it. But as long as the law applies here, we must have to follow the law. I made a statement. I said to a group of Biafrans I was addressing in a Zoom meeting about a week ago that this may be the last time I address you as deputy leader. But that statement didn't mean that I have resigned already, because if I have to put it in writing, there has to be a documented evidence of it. And then the people who were jumping up, oh, we don't want him here, they quickly hopped on it, started circulating everything, and you can see the desperation of these people. They quickly say he resigned. Let me tell you, I want to make reference to the two occasions they say that I resigned. The other occasion was when I was asking for equitable representation in IPOB. I made a proposal that somebody from the coastal region of Biafra land be appointed, and I give way, or we have multiple deputies. There must be somebody from Ana, Ibibio, Efike, Jo. That is the truth about it. So you people should stop blackmailing. I made this proposal, I followed it up. It was not being listened to. And it was a private conversation. And I said, I want to quit. Let this thing happen. I want this thing to. And the leader said, you are going nowhere. The other time was when there were a lot of issues and all that, and where I felt that I have been undermined for so long. And I also repeated that particular lesson. Let somebody else, especially from the riverine area, step in. Still, it was not accepted. That was a verbal and a text message. So, can you tell me where a verbal conversation amounted to resignation? As you can see, the same thing here, the same thing is what happened here. So if I am to resign, I will put it in right. It will be documented because it's a legal issue, apart from making it known to everyone. So this is a monumental action bordered on illegality by some desperate individuals and who have gone out to defame, to malign. Make no mistake about it. A lot of lies are going to come up in the next couple of days and weeks. A lot of concussion, a lot of blackmail are going to come up. But you know what? I am ready for it. You're going to get tired. But you see, this particular cause that I'm fighting for and I stand for, I must continue until the Creator says it is enough. Now, there are people who are coming from different places claiming that they are IPOB family members and using IPOB to claim asylum. And I think that was in April also. No, I can't remember whether March or April. Either March or April. When there was a wake-up for our late father and mother, His Royal Majesty, Edoziem Kanu and Lord Uche Kanu. It was a global wake-up that I organized. UK National Coordinator came there and requested special treatment in the line of, he wanted to make a special presentation with a keyboard, and we told him, there are musical instruments here, use other musical instruments. And then he insisted that he must use it. I mean, he must do whatever he wants. In the process, that event was partially disrupted with a number of invectives directed against me. So it was during that period, a lot of people were saying a number of things against me, including members of the Directorate who are supporting them. And I said to them, since you people have disregard for command and control, the rules in place, since you people think that, feel that I don't exist, then the present occupant of the UK national office does not exist. And I put that on paper. And it was also during that period that the issue of asylum and all that came up. I wrote the UK Home Office with the intention of maintaining the integrity of IPOB from those who are fraudulently using IPOB to claim asylum, where the hardworking members are being overrun. I wrote the UK border office and said to them that before anybody claims asylum in the UK, that the regional coordinators will verify and confirm that person. So if you are an IPOB family member, why are you afraid of being verified? Why all this complaint? Because they go about and say, this man is wicked, he stopped IPOB family members from claiming asylum. But even at that, since that time, there were a lot of them who have claimed asylum. There are people that I will letter for and defended as well in court. If you are an IPOB, genuine IPOB family member, why must you be afraid? Why must you be afraid? Let me take this call. Can you hear me?
Yes, Nazi Mefor.
Right, good evening from here.
Can you hear? Good evening from here. My brother and Dewa, thank you very much. I called in because what you are saying right now is gonna take the entire year to be talking about, and I have called in to weigh in on what you're doing, because it appears that I'm a saboteur also.
Right. You see, this is in public domain, and that is the object, or that is a subject of broadcast and everything. So people need to know. People have the right to know what actually happened. I wrote a letter to the UK border office to protect the integrity of IPOB from those who are not supposed to. And then
the benefit, the opportunity given to the family of IPOB. That's what I read out of the letter, because I'm not sure what is wrong with these individuals that they can't read a common English.
No, it's a desperation. They know, but they are blowing it out of proportion. What they are saying is that Uche mefor is wicked. You know that it's a sabotage. Not even blood. They say it's a sabotage. I sabotage IPOB. I sabotage Biafra struggle. I stopped IPOB family members from claiming asylum, and some of them are having difficulties, even in other parts of the world. Let me even ask you a question. In Canada, is it Uche mefor that is stopping IPOB family members from claiming asylum?
It's a big mess in Canada because of what was said on the radio, that was said a long time ago.
I don't understand
and they continue with. The Canadian government, not some part of Canadian government, as far as the area they
I
call
think Quebec, right?
Quebec region, it's trying to stop that privilege for Biafrans because of what they are presenting that our leader said. And there's a letter that the Canada family had written me, which I forwarded to you. I'm not sure if you forwarded it to the leader, just that he may see the implications of some of these erratic, broadcast. And Biafrans needs to know. I came in here because a lot of people, they are over in Facebook writing, it's okay. With threats, verbal threats.
It doesn't matter.
Nonsense.
I can only die once.
Onias, let them.
But anyway, the task must be accomplished. What kind of things?
To understand that nobody can derail the struggle. We have paid our people have paid the heavy price for this same struggle. People have believed us in diaspora. People have come out on the streets of Biafra believing that their people in diaspora is going to work in synergy with them to get out from that contraction. What we are doing right now is no longer fighting the enemy, but we are creating monsters amongst us. And I want to use this opportunity also to clarify, because of people that are running their mouth, you've been removed, this and that. I'm not sure in the world how can somebody remove somebody that is helping from their position. I can't understand that.
They removed and closed the position. It's an abomination.
It's on record that I sent a message to our leader, a voice message, when I'm going to release it for people to listen. On the 27th of October, when I woke up here in the morning, and I couldn't believe what we are doing. I couldn't believe the overtaking of the NSAS. In NSAS, anybody that listened to the first time that I saw Shore and Aisha in Abuja doing NSAS, I was critical of what they are doing, because in the first place, I believe it was in our Lozia's program that I came that morning, and I said, I can't believe this Shore that is trying to rally people to do NSAS. Meanwhile, ending SARS is nothing. It's nothing with as far as what is Shore going to be demanding. This is somebody that we saw in court just a few months ago that they almost injected with some substance in the courtroom. We saw, everybody saw that. This is somebody that they almost eliminated, if not for his wife, who was out here moving about and begging and asked for favor from the senators in our state. I can't believe that this young man will use himself to go and start doing NSAS as a solution to the situation in Nigeria. I was critical of it. And I was surprised the next morning when I woke up now, all of a sudden, our leader has taken over as far as directing the NSAS protest. They said they don't have a leader. They don't have a leader, for God's sake. And I woke up 27th October morning, and I said to myself, what am I doing? I have talked to our leader in secret and in open. And these gangsters that call themselves DOS, that are messing up our efforts You don't see them nowhere. They are not in the habit of helping our leader to put him straight. They are not in the habit of coming to encourage Biafrans. No. They are on the ground, plotting evil against IPOB members. They will hop from Europe to Biafra land and make decisions that has created problems. And if I'm doing this, I cannot participate. I cannot give a healthy advice. I'm not going to sit on somebody's boo-boo. I can't sit on somebody's boo-boo. So I called that morning of October. And I said, I'm over with. Please, my brother, find somebody to replace me. What you're doing right now, it's unbelievable. You have not taken healthy advice. I mentioned to him that the rally or the protest that you are running, that you are not supposed to. It's not we cannot from talking about Biafra and now we are talking about Nigeria. The size does not make any sense. Because how many times have they ended size? If they end size, what else? Of course, they ended size on the TV, and so what already came up? Another terror. And I said, why are we now immersed in this? Find somebody to take up what I'm doing. I'm done. You will think on a normal circumstances that someone you are working with will call you and say, what is the problem? Even though I made myself very clear. I was so... 3 days later, this whole people thing begin. And we have seen it. Now Uche is taking advantage with all the elders in Biafra land, Nyanwood, and the rest of them, trying to tag us terrorists. What a wickedness. For an action that is preventable. Now, all of a sudden, the insult that is not part of what we're doing has cost members of IPOB their lives and their health. And our so-called governors and elders are pushing to say that we are terrorists. If I hate Nazi Nnamdi Kanu, I'm not going to say anything to him. If I'm sabotaging Biafra restoration, I'm not going to say anything about it.
It's sad, very sad.
But it goes what you guys say that no Onyem or my leader, and they make it utterances. What they did was to remove me from DOS because I am talking about these things for Biafrans. Listen, this is not about going to recruit people in Kuwait and put guys in the room to create names and they talking that they'll be foolish, but it doesn't make sense. People that know me. I'm not a foolish man. That we cannot adopt the same Nigerian nonsense into what we're doing. We must tell ourselves the truth. It doesn't matter in the open. If the leader understands that this family is in disarray and come out and say, stop. Because I've told him, when there's a problem in a family, who settles it? I've told him, you are responsible. Now, if I give him maybe, Biafrans, listen, this is truth. July, Nazi mefor called me for this thing to be discussed. I've asked our leader, bring Nazi mefor, whatever you say he has done wrong, bring him in front of few elders and confront him. If you don't like it, warn him and give him last warning that you cannot continue to sideline this young man that did everything possible to hold on when you are absent. You can't do this. And what Edoziem and cohorts, Uche and cohort, because I know they're going to come out on the radio. Thank God for this radio anyway, my brother. Because
yeah, I have not said anything.
It's not business as usual.
Right.
Usually now they are using Facebook to attack.
That is
because
it. They blocked off everything, then they use the media to blackmail you into submission and all that.
You cannot do that.
Oh my God.
They need to come out clean and tell
I am radio, and radio is me. It's an insult on the integrity of those who are actually going on with this struggle genuinely. And myself.
And I have told them many times, if you don't want your linen to be washed outside, don't come out with dirty linen. Because what has kept our people in this mess is that people will be in a group. It's a group thing, man. It's not an individual thing.
Well, I talk about cabals.
Will come out in the middle of the meeting and boo-boo. Everybody will close their nose. They will not say who did this nonsense. The moment somebody says who boo-booed, please, take it easy. No, we are beyond that. If you don't know about leadership, go and read up some theories of effective leaders that get business done. We are set to get Biafra. We have every right to identify ourselves, what we want to be. If Arewa can boldly call themselves Arewas, if Indigenous can do that, what's wrong with our people? We will call ourselves the thing, but what we don't want is just, when we say we are Biafrans, then people will start shooting at us. Just like Uche is going about killing Igbos and killing people. I remember he said something very important. He said, how can you come and tell me I'm Igbo?
That's his business.
Okay, that's his business. If you want to be from the South, and this is the new game, right? If you want to be the South, whatever you want to call yourself, that's up to you. But you cannot stop me also from being what I want to be.
Of course.
Okay, so Biafrans needs to know that this so-called DOS, nobody talks about them. Because you know what? They are angels.
Uche mefor is evil.
We
need to know who are angels and who are evil.
They need to be dissolved. And they
oh my
come
goodness.
out and tell us what he's doing. And then we will continue to support him. By the way, that's the meeting I call up here in North America, in America. That this DOS is not helping our leader. Everything is him. He dances, he plays the instrument, he sings everything. If you are him, you break down. And we have let me not use, because I've said to myself that I'm not going to be cussing people again. I'm going to refer to you. We have gangsters who have decided that they will be underground and messing up our efforts in the name of DOS. It's not as business as usual. I am an indigenous person of Biafra. There's no way about it. If this struggle continues, we're going to do better and bring our people closer and get our people involved. It's not about this autocratic methodology. You do everything by yourself and nobody. He needs to be accountable. We need accountability. This is a nation, for God's sake. This is a nation for the people that are ranting. I have seen people writing me, threatening, you must pay for this, these are individuals that I've not come across in my life. I'm just trying to tell you guys what is happening so that we can correct ourselves as appropriate. But what I have is rats in the e-rats, I call them, whatever they are, converge in computers and talk down on men that are really helping. And I can guarantee you, if you are that enormous, if you are that much, if all of you that are in Facebook, we love our leader. He's only our leader. If you can bring $10 a month, we won't be talking this jazz. We won't be crying. We won't be crying. If you can bring $10 and dump in this restoration, just like the clip I was watching, how Dr. Okado was outlining what we can do to move into our nation. If you
of course, he did well, documented a lot of things.
And
everything's worked under
and this man came in. I remember he came in for this purpose to guide for this framework to be in place so that we can go home. But what he was to put behind. And unfortunately, not everybody has the courage to speak. Not everybody has the courage to come out and tell the people the truth. Whatever happens, let it happen. Because if today that I say this truth, and after I finish this truth, and I sleep in the Lord, I will bless the name of the Lord. Because what matters is legacy. It's not about just getting by. So I came in here, I called in for Biafrans to know. I know some people, it's been removed. These are people that are not supporting us. I said I'm not doing no more. It was in the wake of this is what I got so emotional. People call meeting. People were asking me, would you have meeting? The people I work with in America. And I called a meeting. And I told them what I know. Dr. Okoro, who is part of the DOS, confirmed what I told this group that I've been shouting. And then when it comes to implementation on what we got to do to help our leader to come back home and forge ahead, we're in a very systematic format, not just erratic. He wanted to block the meeting, and I said no, because if you're doing okay, I'm not gonna be calling this meeting. All of us agreed that the steps has to be taken, and those steps are continued support for him, dissolution of these gangsters that said that DOS that is not fit for the purpose, and I copied that from you, because what they're doing is not what they're supposed to be doing for us.
Mess up everything.
And an enactment
Forming
of
gangs
a caretaker committee that will see that there's delegation of wherever IPOB is present. It's going to be delegation, no more appointments. Because what I find out is this appointment is why people are not even have the guts to tell our leader, one them if you name whatever you're doing is not
everybody's
right.
looking for favor.
I'm
blackmailing one another. You tell lie against this person in order to curry favor. Unbelievable.
So that's the problem here. And we are not fighting him. I'm not going to fight Nnamdi Kanu. I love the message he came with.
Of course.
But when that message is not in line with I joined, I will say no. This DOS, Biafrans, if you want to get to where you're going, they have to go. I'm part of them. I used to, but I'm not looking for position. But things must be done right. I know a lot of people will be talking about it. No, we can regroup tomorrow. I'm not a saboteur, as you said. I'm here to correcting things. I keep telling you guys every day when I come, I say, tell yourself the truth. I have that obligation to tell America the truth. And that's why it's an act of gross insubordination, according to Nazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because you did not want me to tell the people the truth. Over my dead body. I have the obligation just because of the oath we took. And remember, Mazi, for the interest of people who does not know, this code of conduct that is being thrown around and published on Facebook and everything was not ratified. It wasn't part of IPOB.
I raised objection against it, and it was forced through.
It wasn't ratified. If I woke up in the morning and I saw what was written, I was about to read it. The next thing I saw was on the Facebook. Everybody should share. No, it wasn't ratified. When you look at the code of conduct, that code of conduct is like it gave Nazi Nnamdi Kanu exclusive right and authority over people, which is not what we agreed. Go back to our oath of allegiance. I have it here. I can read it out. The oath of allegiance says that we will be humble to him. We will obey him. But he's in likewise obey the people of Biafra.
The oath is two-way process, not
it's
one
two
way.
ways.
It's a two-way process.
The one mechanism in place to correcting our leader when he's going astray is the so-called DOS.
Yeah, but they're not doing anything. They are lying instead against people, victimizing other people.
Our leader has become God, and we must remember Herod. That Herod became God, and people were praising him, and my God picked him up. We must remember that. You don't want to do what you need to do to get Biafra. You want only Nazi Nnamdi Kanu to get Biafra. Then you must be insane. It's a collective effort. Nazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot get Biafra by himself. We have the responsibility to help him. Wherein he gonna go to Trump, even if he's our president here, he has people that advises him, and he has to, because this is about a nation. If we don't correct these things ahead of time, how do we think Biafra will do? It's going to be worse than Mobutu now. Mobutu Seseko. So we need to look at these things, Biafrans, and this is your brother, BJP. Mefor, I just wanted to join you to validate these things that you are saying, because this is too much. I recall you called a meeting about in July. to see what is the problem. They all exited the forum for this meeting. I've not seen such a thing. I've not seen such a thing. I remember I'm calling you because you're part of it. You can go and talk anything, but you're part of it. For people that are thinking that they have sole control of IPOB, I'm calling you because what you guys are doing, and I want Biafrans to know, you are one of them. You destabilized the entire Europe and Biafra. When you came to America, I told you, please leave America. Come here and take your money. Don't come into administration. Because we know how we get ourselves together. We know the people that are participating in the United States are noble men. You don't force on them. They are noble men. They are respectable men with different families. You don't order. You ask for participation. You carry people along. It's not about order. I don't understand. I have given examples of, I've used the body system to analyze the command and control. It's in one of the broadcasts whereby I analyzed what command and control is. Assignment for Biafrans, go and read up any leadership that makes changes, particularly transformational. So you can understand that it's not macho. You empower people around you. In the United States here, if you say you know how to write, when I used to be coordinator, I would tell you, okay, keep writing for us. That's how we get these people together. And you came to destroy this. You don't know the energy and pain to mobilize our people here. And now you think by coming and removing and forcing removal is the way to go. It's a pain. My family begging me every day to forget about this. But I said no, because I have the obligations to leave a legacy. I hate Nigeria. The word I use, hate. I hate that entity for what it stands for. And this is the only passion. That's the only thing that drives me to do what I'm doing. It's not about you, Nazi Nnamdi Kanu, but you need to become clean. We are not children, my brother. I'm older than you. America just had an election in November 3rd. 25 years old were there. 30 years old. They are going to senators. Some of them the House of Reps, everybody. And guess what? There's respect for one another. You can pick any of these people to be the president of America tomorrow. And they will do it effectively because they're not going to do it by themselves. They will get advisors, people with experience to help. And this is what we must do if we want to go home. Before changes IPOB has to do to go home, it's like I said, continuous support for you. Secondly, dissolution of these gangsters that call themselves the US. Enactment of a formal organization, constitution of establishment, or rather constituting a caretaker committee for now, people that will be appointed by different countries. Not every country that is shouting, but countries that are financially supporting what we're doing will have at least one or two representatives who will come and meet with you. You will meet with them every month, so you can address
and even representation from different parts
of
Biafra land as
parts
well.
of Biafra land. I'm just talking about for us, who, of course, Biafra land is the key. Every part of Biafra land that says there for Biafra should be able to be represented. appropriately. If they want to be whatever they want to be right now, allow them. But we are all sitting in the same mess. Okay? Let people come in. And this is sole appointment. So you can put people that will not tell you when you are going in the wrong direction. Needs to stop. We are not children here, my brother. We need to organize and with reorganization. We are not running away. I've said it before. Okay? Mefor also mentioned that this radio will stand unless IPOB community radio goes down. Maybe there might be reconciliation. This radio stands, IPOB community radio stands. After all, we need more radio, but we need one voice. That one voice is not just taking one decision.
Contrary, my brother, sorry, contrary to what a lot of them are saying, lying and blackmailing, that I opened radio to challenge Nazi Nnamdi Kanu and all that. They blocked the radio, my goodness, and then they used the radio to be blackmailing so that I wouldn't have any access to. Just imagine what they were doing yesterday. Honestly, honestly, oh my goodness.
That's why I'm joining you. They can't keep, you can't shut you down and expect you to be begging under them. You know, we have done this in the past years using the, once you are, you have been expelled from IPOB, then our leader will come out and make the announcement, and you've been removed. We have done this in Biafra, created problems for people in Biafra, people, they crucified injustice. And it's as a result of those erratic announcements that I brought in the suggestion of the what is it called? The conflict resolution. That was not the part that we discussed. We decided that conflict resolution needs to be in place, and no DOS member will be part of it. Now they went and crooked up and brought in Zulumike to come and head conflict resolution. Meanwhile, Zulumike has been indicted in Biafra land as far as people that are making
so many things to talk about. It's just my goodness.
Okay, and the conflict resolution not ratified again because no member of the DOS should have been in that. And we cannot say no.
The conflict resolution is not independent. It is being teleguided by, my goodness.
It's not even in place because remember, after the creation of conflict resolution, they jumped in, then Nyanyanko jumped in South Africa, removed Chidera. That is giving us a very nice program. They removed him just like that. Nobody knows the conflict resolution was not part of that decision making. And they removed him. Up to today, they haven't. The Biafrans, what these people are doing is destroying. Can't you see it?
That code of conduct document is the most draconian government document I've ever seen.
Can you imagine? They removed Chidera, but they haven't replaced him. I know there's a brother that broadcasted for 2 weeks or 1 month. I'm not sure how many days. All of a sudden, that brother is no longer. What we hear on radio platform right now, once Peter Ike comes, sometimes in the morning, when I meet him, because sometimes I'm not awake while it's broadcasted, we have Edoziem. Once Edoziem is done, now we have Dele Mahmoud. Biafrans, is it Dele Mahmoud now that we're doing the interview every day? Now we have Dele Mahmoud. After a while, then Jonathan will come and give a good program. I'm saying all these things because there's no platform. I don't do Facebook. I'm not doing anything. But if you have ears, if you guys understand. And then the brother that comes to the midnight for me, I know it's midnight for me and daytime for some people. Yes. But I'm asking, George Onyibe was removed for no reason. Up to tomorrow.
Blackmail.
Still waiting.
Blackmail.
We're still waiting for the leadership to tell us why they're getting, well, because you just replaced him, but nobody said anything about it. People have been asking me. And Judge Onibe was not given a chance to do his job as African rep. I was there, fourth and back on it. He was crying. Now he was removed silently. Even in one of our leaders' broadcasts, somebody came and said, wait, he told him that he's on assignment.
Which assignment?
I don't know.
Which assignment?
Are we, even judge, the reason why I'm saying this thing is that, are we that blind that we cannot reason? Is that a cost? Is that a cost to be a friend? That we cannot reason and tell ourselves the truth? Only one single thing that God in heaven requires of us is to be truthful in all our endeavors. It's a very practical thing. God is truth, is merciful, is grace, is love.
But Uche mefor is bought over. Obi is bought over. Tabo, this. So this is how we're going to achieve.
Listen to this, my brother. Let me get those people right in there. Biafrans, you must know that those people on the Facebook don't have names. Like me, you see me, you know me. They don't have names. They don't exist. It's one of the work of China Samoru. He mobilized some of these boys in Kuwait and Dubai, and they give them computer. These are from
even what is happening now. They mobilize these people against me, and think that they're going to sell. This is just a culture. It's not going to work. We are
not fighting.
It cannot work.
We're not fighting nobody. We are telling you the truth. To come out from the shells. Do these simple things the family puts together. Don't hide and have Edoziem writing memos. Just like you rightly pointed out. Edoziem is now sacking everybody. Contrary to what they have.
Including myself. And then he's talking about discipline and command and control. My goodness.
Is he supposed to?
You just imagine.
According to
strict observance to command and control principle. And then
according to the kangaroo code of conduct, is he supposed to fire me? Is there not supposed to be a leader that says be silent?
This is the second time Edoziem and cohort they are querying me, writing me, and then he's talking about command and control. When you ask him now, you say our leader instructed him. If our leader is instructed, why don't you tell him that it's not correct?
It's unfortunate.
And then you're talking about discipline and command. They bastardized everything.
Everything. So they need to complain. I want to even say to my friend, I know you are calling me, but I'm not hiding anything for the interest of Biafrans. So that, because you know what? I swore. Now, let me pull up, if I may pull up this oath of allegiance that I swore. May Chukwu Okike strike me and completely wipe away my family. And I am not supposed to swear as a Christian. But I did it for the interest of Biafrans. Okay? I did it for the interest of Biafrans so that nobody will say that, oh, this guy didn't take an oath. Okay? Now you are messing it up. I'm trying to look for it so that I can read it for Biafrans. You know, the oath of allegiance. I'm trying to pull it out because I have it here for people that think they can come in here and mess up what we're doing. You cannot. It's not possible. Okay, that oath is what we are dealing with. The day we have a code of conduct, then we will rectify it. When we rectify it, it becomes a document. It's not something overnight. It shouldn't be published on they publish it on Facebook. Just to quickly put it out there for people to.
It's an invitation to disaster.
That's an internal document. You shouldn't publish a kind of document as far as an internal document, organizational document in Facebook. Our enemies are saying it. If they want to push button, they're going to take one part of the thing, destroy the framework. Okay, so that's where we are. I'm still trying to pull it out somewhere because I say things somehow, so that when you're talking, I will show you kuro kuro. Okay, look at this.
Well, one other one is asking me, who is bankrolling me? No offense.
Okay.
You are bankrolling me.
Look at this. I'm swearing again here. Hereby, solemnly, God forbid, I'm not swearing anything today until we agree that we have sworn an oath. Solemnly, voluntarily, swear to be absolutely loyal to the leadership of Indigenous people of Biafra and Director of Biafra, Nazi Nnamdi Kanu, and that I will I will not engage in any act of insubordination. Neither should Nazi Nnamdi Kanu be insubordinate to the citizens of the Indigenous people of Biafra.
And this is a two-way process.
It's not me that made this to them. I'm in my house. You guys brought this thing. Recall, for most of the time, I asked a question. I said, "Are you sure you guys took this oath?" Then continue.
Of course, I took the oath, and I took it on the basis that it's a two-way process.
I also swore to be truthful and honest in all our undertakings. I will never do anything to betray the cause of the restoration of sovereign state of Biafra. I swear that I will not endanger the life of my fellow member. Oh my God. And they are endangering people's lives.
They have divine right of righteousness. I mean, what kind of
oh my God.
I don't understand. What kind of we're talking about zoo, but
and they are threatening. They are sending out mixed messages. My people are calling me, Obi, stop posting because this is not worth it. What people are writing, I say, don't worry, I know the people are writing.
Then keep writing.
They are not human.
I am all they call me already. So what next? But the point is that we must have to be realistic about our aims and objectives and the direction we're going.
Of course.
So, my brother, I know there are a lot of things you wanted to say, but people are calling.
Yeah, I'm going to exit for now. And
I'm not going to finish this. I'll continue with this document.
I want to thank God Almighty for you and all Biafrans. My heart is still bleeding for what is going on in Biafra land. My prayers and support, it cannot be quenched. It cannot stop. I know whatever name you call me, that's fine. It's the love of God, it's the love of Christ in me that has brought me to this family. And we must bring it to a peaceful conclusion. Be truthful, humble yourselves. You can't mature me. I'm very humble, but you can't run me over. Ask anybody that knows me. Nobody. So unless it's God in heaven, nobody runs me over. Ask anybody that knows me very well. Thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you. Thank you very much. This is Biafra Human Rights Radio, a child of circumstance that emerged as a result of monumental and orchestrated connivance from quarters one do not expect. And they closed everywhere. And they set up internal blackmailing machinery. Uche mefor is this, Uche mefor is that. Uche mefor is paid thousands of pounds and all that. So who pays those who pay Uche mefor? Because we are going to get to that. I'm going to officially request for the account of Indigenous people of Biafra. Let us know who is paying who. Hello, good evening from here. Can you hear me? Oh, Galanyo Biocha. Good evening from here. My one day.
You have been a wonderful, humble person, and your humbleness have caused a lot of damages in our midst. But you don't know that.
I accept it. So bad. It's unfortunate. I'm so naive that I'm just trying to see whether things will be okay and all that. That I've been taken for granted, my brother. But again, it's not yet over.
I believe. I have so much belief in God that God will use you to liberate His people, because this oath you people are talking about, I was the one who advised Nnamdi in 21 Road First Town, 2014, November, about this oath. And he was afraid of you. And I told him that you are abated. You are from abated.
Was afraid of me for what?
I was afraid of you, that you may betray him. I said him, no. If you are afraid, go and take oath with people. That is what I said to Nnamdi. If you listen to this radio now, you know the truth. This oath all of you are taking. I was the one advised him, take oath. Go and check the day you started to take oath in IPOB. The first oath, then take it was in Enugu. You people started taking this oath, I think, on Skype. You didn't take oath with him one-on-one. You people started taking this oath online. If I'm wrong,
if I will betray Nazi Nnamdi Kanu, it would have been when he was in detention, because everything was going helter-skelter and all that. And my goodness.
Allow me, because why I said that you have been too humble in deputy is because of all this. You don't know what is going on. All these ones are talking.
I have no idea, my brother.
All these people talking in Facebook, who is ruling them in Nigeria? It's just 10 people ruling them there. They are just noisemakers. When the leader was in Kuje prison, do you know that you are more targeted in Nigeria now than in Nnamdi? You know that? You are more targeted. You are more target in Nigeria now than in Nnamdi. You don't know that? Because when Nnamdi was in Kuje prison, they want the radio to close. That is the target of arresting him. They don't want that radio to continue. And you still stand on ground, keeping that radio on, keeping that radio on. They are not happy with you. Because what they want is the radio to close down. That's why they arrested him. But he stand there, keep on broadcasting.
They made an attempt anyway, but they couldn't succeed.
The second thing again, immediately he was released, and he was in his father's house talking that he's going to go to Abuja. How is going? Even if they kill him today, that Biafra will come tomorrow. I never know that he will run if these people come on. And when he disappeared, you still want that radio.
So you want him to stay so that they will assassinate him, or?
He said that I believe him his word, because what makes me to join this trouble? He said that whiter than snow. And me, I am somebody who believe in the truth.
So if you are whiter than snow, you allow somebody to come and cut your throat.
He said that he said that if he died today, Biafra will come tomorrow. That it's better for them to come and kill him. You see now what you use your tongue and said? Those ones who are dying, Are they crayfish? Are they not human beings? They are human beings. So if he can die today and Biafra will come tomorrow, he will never be forgot. After all, Jesus Christ died at the age of 32 years. It's more than 32 years. If he died today, most of his mates have died. So if he sacrificed for Biafra to come, he will never be forgotten. So when he said that if he died today, Biafra will come tomorrow, I never know that if these people come, he will run away. And the way he disappeared, you still hold that ready again for another 1 year. You never messed up. You still hold it again for another 1 year. You see, most of all this one coming on Facebook to talk, 99% of them are ignorant. They don't know what is going on in the struggle. They don't know the meaning of a nation.
They are commissioned. They are commissioned. They attack him. Call him names. Come. But this is not going to work.
But no, they are just thinking that this is just a. I think maybe like you call it a company, maybe business of association or something like that. They don't know that they are talking about nation. And in a nation, no one group restore a nation. Then to go and Google and know the meaning of independence. Independence never come with one group, and the never one group sit together and write the constitution of a nation. It never happened anywhere. You will have people who agree and people who are not who disagree for you to have a constitution that is a nation. So what am I saying here? You have been so humble and so sincere. A lot of people have suffered. A lot of people are calling you because you see this is the OS. I have been saying that all of them from beginning to the end will be dissolved. Right from time, I have been telling you, all of you, including Edoziem, look at what they did in Anambra State last year, August. There was beating women anyhow, and the old women who came out for this freedom. Beating them anyhow. Even Mwana, I told her on phone before she died. August last year, 18th of August last year. I said, if you don't touch anybody in Anambra State, you will feel the pains. It's what I told the man at the camp. Because she always calling me on phone. So, the stand you took, I will not say that it's too late, but I will say that you are the person, you think you have so much patience and in the way of Christianity. Let me put it in this way, because in Christianity, it always has to patience for God to intervene. Not everybody have that time. I have been challenging this DOS for a very long time. You don't know. I have been telling them what you people are doing is wrong. What you people are doing is, including this one who live in Kuwait, called what is it called? This one live in Arab. That one hijacked the security. Okay, April 12 this year, somebody, the leader announced as the chief security of the Biafra man. He went and sent the person on air. That person now, we don't know if
Do you know, I'm still in pain till date. Do you know that they lied and said that I was having meetings with people in Biafra land? After having meetings, they will be destabilizing what they are doing. And I was wondering, I want to know those people. I will still call the people they dismissed, because I never had any meeting with anyone. The people they are calling, I've not even seen them before. Unbelievable. Blackmail. That is not how to do.
You see what is happening now? What is happening now is like these two husband and wife living together, and the wife have been doing whatever you are doing. You have been doing it. You have been, one day we just bust out, and the people don't know what's made this woman bust out like this and said that this marriage is over. I will not marry again. And then we beg her, and say no, I will not marry again, because a lot of people have died for your own endurance, for your own sincerity. Because this DOS, starting from all of them from beginning to, they are hearing my voice. I have been telling them, you people are not treating people wrong. You people are not whiter than snow. You people are not doing the right thing. You remember when you people inaugurated the Anambra State coordinator? If you remember, I told you, January 2018, I I called him, I think that was 1 o'clock midnight. I said, this person
you are still remembering this. I don't remember anything again.
You people put there.
I mean, in that direction.
Henry, I said, if you leave these people there, it's going to cause a very serious disaster in Anambra State. And in Biafra struggle, if you touch Anambra State, you have destroyed the rest of the state. That is what I told you that night. You told me, that you people know what you people are doing. I said, okay. If you people know what you people are doing, carry on. That is my last topic. So, I have seen so many. Is it here in Europe? I supported this struggle and I'm in Biafra land. I know all the things going on in Biafra land. This is where will I start? Where will I start? There is no truth from the leadership. I said it. There is no single truth from the leadership. Okay, you said that you have men. You are going to send your men to Onitsha before we started cleaning Anambra State. All of a sudden, you challenge the weekend. Weekend I got angry to madness to go and kill people, innocent one in Obibo. Then why can't you send your men to Obibo? You see, when they are talking about you resign, I said these people are very stupid. They are crazy. Which mefor cannot go free. Are you resigning for the innocent blood who have flowed in the street?
Just imagine, they said I resigned and then started calling me Sabotua and all that. He has left IPOB. He has, who can stop this Biafra resolution project?
That is it.
Where will I, even if I change direction, I mean, stay by that, okay, even if I resigned, I didn't leave IPOB. But some of them are pushing. Some of them are pushing. I decide. Understand me?
So what I'm saying that is this: that the deputy and the person in charge of you is the leader. And he said that he know one, you know two.
I don't know anything.
No.
I don't know. I'm sidelined and just because of patient, I maybe say I'm one I mobilize all manner of people. Which MFO did this, which MFO did that. We will know. All those things which MFO did in IPOB, we know the angels on the other side very soon, very soon.
That's why you are number 2. You know the number 1 of restoration of Biafra. You know the number 2 of restoration of Biafra. You have used the number 1 of restoration of Biafra in NSAS, and that one fell. He became quiet. Now you come up with it. You have the number 2. You have come up. So when they are saying that, when I'm saying that the Uche have resigned, I am seeing these people as one people. Because Uche is the deputy. If land is not available, Uche will give account of all the people who died for Biafran restoration. Why are you resigning? Where are you going? How? Tell me, how can you resign? Because you are the second in command.
No, but you have heard that there is no deputy in freedom fighting. That I'm being, is a favor.
Which favor? When he was in Kuje prison, you fight this war with Uche Nazi Nnamdi. He wasn't the one who fight the battle. You fight the battle between and after fighting the battle, you put Edoziem. And Edoziem was not inaugurated by when a man was outside. We followed this history from 2013. Nobody must surround me with lies. I am not afraid. All this world talking, I will kill that. Me, I am a free person. Go anywhere I want to fucking go. If you want trouble, face me anywhere you are. You will run away. Who born you? The Chris? The person never born well now. Where they want to kill this guy in Enugu State, I was the one who sent my men to rescue him there. With the Rita Ribogo Hada. This guy, this is your chief, your leader now. But you don't know all these things. We have been keeping quiet. I so much believe in him that he's coming to deliver us from the danger.
Of course.
Because of this movement. I could be a dead man for a very long time. And my children will be living by fatherless. From innocent people I meet with. Innocent people I meet with. My brother, this is my 25 good years in here, in this Western world, and I have gone back home and settled down. Is this struggle brought me back again? You know the kind of person this struggle cost me? You don't know. The place I went last in Denmark, do you know what I gone through with the natural coordinator there? You don't know. You know all the coordinator I have missed, mingle with, all of them are liars. All of them are liars. I spoke with the House of European Rep. I spoke with the HOD. I know the European Rep from the HOD. And I am telling them, you people are liars. You people are, when they wanted to remove George Oni, this is last year, July. And I told them, why you people want to remove this guy? Why these new people, only one data man in the midst of all of you, you want to remove him? This struggle become 99% of Imo State and the other state. 99% of hypocrites, Imo State and the other state. Go to the Facebook. Have you ever seen anyone from Anambra State sabotaging this struggle? The answer is no. Go to the Facebook. Have you ever seen any data man sabotaging this struggle? The answer is no. 99% of the representative of this struggle, Imo State and their state. 99% of saboteur of this struggle, Imo State and their state. What are we going from here? Ojukwu fight Biafran civil war with his people 3 years, and the Biafra is recognized all over the world. Today, Uwazurike, Mosop, and the IPOB led by Nnamdi Kanu have fight this war now for 20 good years. What come out there? Gossip. I will kill this person. I will kill this person. Go and cut this person head. But these guys, they don't have common sense. They don't reason like a human beings. Sometimes it's better to take action than to speak. When we are planning, you say that you are chief of armed forces. You command the loyalty of Biafran soldiers. If one Biafran blood of one Biafran soldier fall, thousands of Nigerian soldiers will be wiped out. How many Biafrans have you killed? How many Nigerian soldiers have you stopped? In the leadership of you and the Nnamdi Kanu? None. None. Stop playing with people's life. People are dying carelessly with lies. You are telling me that what you people are doing is propaganda. And you are telling us that you are preparing something. 2018, do you know how much I spent in Denmark? I spent almost 700 euros for we to respond to build a hospital in Biafra land. Are we building a hospital now in Biafra land? I am asking question.
But who told you about that? Because I mean that's going far now. Did we?
That is the plan they brought to us, because you know that we always follow the chain of command. They brought the chain of command, and the national coordinator threw it out and said that we have to have launching. We need to respond to build a hospital in Biafra land, so that if some of our people die, they will have injury.
Yeah, but even if a project may not be completed in one day.
But they have not talked about it again. You cannot start a project without talking about it. If you start a project, time to time you have to tell us that I know how much we raise here, 1,000 something euros. Give you a plot of land in some part of Anambra State, even in Ajara, in Hanako. There is a plot of land 150,000, 200,000. So 1,200 euro, 1,500 euro, you get a plot of land to build a hospital. So where are they going to build a hospital in the capital of Anambra State, Oka? Are they going to build a hospital in capital of Imo State, Owerri? Are they going to build a hospital in Ebonyi, Abakaliki? It has to be IPOB movement, we will restore Biafra. But you see, this is the OS from Nnamdi, what they call it, Edoziem and what they call it again, Chinas and all these people have to remove and dissolve. They have to step down and give account of all the wars their blood have flowed in the street. They will not go free. And let them train their thoughts and keep them. Any of them, anywhere they are. I don't need visa to go anywhere.
You don't threaten anybody. You don't. No. I hope you don't threaten anybody.
I'm not threatening anybody. I am telling you that if they say that what I'm saying is right, anywhere they want me, which kind of threat? I said that I will kill somebody. Anywhere they want me to come to say this things I'm saying, I will come there and I tell them, you people do this, you people do that. See what happened in Anambra State. See how they come to Anambra State. You know how many innocent ones killed there by the lion's paw? Nobody give account of it. Innocent one who came up for the freedom. And the way they talk, the leader will say that he's in charge, he's in control, he gives the command. And you as a deputy, you cannot give us any answer. When people are coming to you, we cannot see you.
Well, let me look. I have no idea where all these things happen, but complaint came to me, I presented it, and then it went the way it went. And people will be thinking, oh, he's doing nothing and all that. I have been trying my best within the internal makings, this thing we had. Anyway, we have to move on. I will have to take other calls.
There is a lot of things to put on ground, but the most important thing, if you are talking about freedom, you have to be sincere to yourself. We are not here to restore Nnamdi or Uche mefor. We are here to restore a nation called Biafra, and that nation is a justice of a nation. Is a nation of human beings. It's not a nation of a person. So we are not here to restore a person. We are here to restore integrity of people as a nation. So this is my own contribution. We have more. Keep on going on. God will instruct you. And God will bless you, God will be with you and be with your family. But my prayer to this movement is anybody who plan any effort to any of his fellow brothers, his family and his head shall enter into that effort. Is a cause. Is a cause. Anybody who sleep and take her to wipe away his own innocent blood without asking question, without knowing what happened, that person will suck the blood of his families into grave. Let me tell you something. What I'm expecting from them, as they are hearing there is matter between you and your head going on. What they could have done, as if they are people who are intelligent, who have common sense, common reasoning. What is going on with our deputy and our leader? What happened? Can we see them together? Can we talk to them? What is going on here? No, we need to know why they are having problem. But nobody wants to know why you people are having misunderstanding.
No, but if you can see, a lot of them are saying, before you are this, before you, they devoted 72, the last 72 hours saying all manner of things against me, lying, blackmailing, lying, you know, you think that you can, you know, or make me by say, you have called me all manner of, I'm a murderer, I'm a criminal, I'm all this, that's fine, but there is nothing you can do anymore. There's nothing you haven't called me. So let nobody talk to me about mefor this, mefor that. It doesn't matter.
Well, listen, when two people are fighting, okay, do you know that there is instant when he started broadcasting 2018 October, I said to him, why can't you, I said to the European rep, why can't you consult this guy before coming on air? Let him have a executive meeting with all his own leadership.
Right, okay. I will take another call, right? Maybe let me take another call. So maybe another program. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. This is Biafra Human Rights Radio. Remains a child of circumstance, and owing to some backdoor and arm twisting tactics by some individuals who think that they have what it takes to silence everyone. Anyway, what you stand for matters a lot. I've never thought of anything evil against anyone. So, if you are doing so against me, well, God will judge. We commit ourselves to total restoration of Biafra. And there is no going back. Men and women have died because of this cause. And those who are doubting our resolve and commitment to this cause will be disappointed. If anybody wants to call, you can call plus 447-405 964146 plus 447 916 75204146. I will go back to this document, but of course I will leave it for another day. I will leave it for another day. I must have to digest, I must have to respond to all the allegations, all the falsehood put on paper and circulated everywhere. I urge all of you who are doing video, writing all manner of nonsense, tweeting, form more groups, and we shall see how it goes. We will respond to all your falsehood, all your lies. And when it is being responded, I told you a lot of things will be coming out. Do not lie against somebody who doesn't think evil about you, about anybody. My hands are clean. You have all gone out of your way to blackmail, to cajole, and to concoct lies, because probably you don't like my face. But to be honest, I have a lot of energy in me, but I subsumed it under the authority. Let no one take me for granted. Biafra Human Rights Radio is a child of circumstance, because I was blocked and stopped from doing anything. At the same time, they went on radio blackmailing me, saying all manner of things. You can form TV networks all over the world. Uche mefor is evil. Uche mefor is this. Uche mefor is paid thousands of pounds. We will know who is paying those who are paying Uche mefor and those who have access to our accounts. Because it is easier said than done. IPOB did not. It is not under IPOB that I got my leave to remain. IPOB did not pay my school fees for avoidance of doubt. They didn't pay my tuition fee. So it is a lie. We need to fathom out what exactly it is. You people think you are so desperate. A lot of rubbish in the I haven't mentioned names. You're coming on mentioning my family members and all that. And you think that is the new freedom fighting tactics, isn't it? It will give us Biafra. We must be committed. We must re-energize ourselves. We must have some level of introspection. And we must advise ourselves very, very seriously. This is Biafra Human Rights Radio. I don't want to take any further calls. I will end this program, but I will come back and I will continue to analyze the false documents that was put together out there and is going viral. All of you form fake Facebook accounts, and even non-fake Facebook accounts, turn into broadcasters, form established radio networks, established TV networks. You talk about Uche mefor. As you are talking about Uche mefor, I will come back and begin to analyze and debunk all your lies. And be rest assured that when I'm doing it, a lot of things will be coming out. Because you can't blackmail me, you can't tell lies against me in public and then prevail on me to go and deal with it internally. It cannot happen. That's not possible, and that's what has been going on. My goodness. MLIME. This is Biafra Human Rights Radio, and on this note, I will begin to descend and I will come back again, hopefully tomorrow. The IPOB leadership must warn themselves. The members of Directorate must warn themselves. You commission fake Facebook accounts, you commission individuals to blackmail Uche mefor, telling false tales. That is irresponsibility. Tell me what I did and I will accept it. But once you lie against me, I will debunk it. And when I'm doing that, a lot of things will be coming out in a bid for me to present facts. It does not pay to lie, to blackmail. A lot of innocent people have gone in for it. We must stop. And conscientious men and women across board must stand up and challenge this impunity. That's not the way to go. If you think that Uche mefor could be silenced or be made, you are hallucinating. You can only die once. You must advise yourselves accordingly. Anybody who doubts my integrity, my commitment to this struggle must be insane and must not be truthful to themselves. I am not taking any calls. You can call all you like. I'm not taking any further calls. The advice I'm giving to all of you is to go back to these people who are commissioning you, advise them that the damage they are causing on innocent people has monumental negative consequences. And anyone that comes my way, I will make sure that I give it a very proper attention. I will use the same medium that you people are using to also address it. You go out of your way to blackmail people because they don't believe or reason the way you reason. unbelievable. People should be very, very careful. People, especially conscientious individuals in our community, in our society, must have to stand up and do the right thing.